first played through this campaign, we would have never imagined that we would get some of these names to be voices on our show.
I mean, I feel like a broken record when I just keep fanboying over the actors who are playing these characters, but I'm a fanboy for all the actors who are playing these characters.
Oh, shit.
Oh, no. They're all so good. I can't believe these people are working on the show.
Fuck. There we go.
It's an interesting circumstance to be developing an animated series where I created
fucking knew
and
he was
performed
Silas.
so many
I
of
heard
these characters.
I had
and
a
then now
feeling
we
he
have
was
the
gonna be
opportunity
Silas.
to bring them to life. And I should not play all of them. I'm genuinely really excited for and have been excited to find the right people to breathe life into these characters in ways that I never could.
Just like the player characters, all of these NPCs that you've seen, they have a piece of Matt in them. They feel like friends. So when we were casting it, there has been that deep amount of levels of consideration to make sure that they will truly be the exact perfect fit.
Part of us will always want Matt to voice every old man, woman, child, but it's been surreal to hear the guests we've had come in and bring some of these long cherished characters to life.
One of those NPCs that is beloved by all is Sean Gilmore of Gilmore's Glorious Goods. And after a lot of back and forth with Matt, Matt himself was actually the one that was very adamant about allowing someone else to take a shot at this beloved character.
I wanted to make sure that his importance to the story was given the care that it deserved.
We really wanted to find somebody who is funny and still full of life, and I think we found him.
Sunil Malhotra has done an incredible job of portraying Gilmore.
Sean Gilmore is, in my imagination, a naughty, sexy, mischievous cat. If he's not selling his wares, he's selling himself.
Sunil brings playfulness, charisma.
Listen, I've watched the campaign. That's a
I feel
fucking
very
fact.
close to Gilmore. Just full of
This man will
energy
flirt
and
with you,
life
zero
and
hesitation.
verve. That is like hand in glove for me.
He is bringing a very unique flair and passion to the role, and is really good at hooking a finger under Vax's chin. Still.
Yeah, because
What we
they
ended
had a
up with
romance.
was enough of Matt's
I'm gonna
version
try
of the
not to
character
spoil
that we still recognize
anything
him
in
as
this,
the Gilmore that we fell in love with.
but I'm very- if
this new spin and
Critical
new
Role is
take that
basically
has
the reason I
an
got into D&D, so I'm
authenticity
super
that we
passionate
could
about
not
this, so
have
I will
gotten
talk
if
about
Matt had
this
played the
forever.
character.
The voice really hits everything that
Personal
you want
development.
out of
They
Gilmore.
didn't put his full
I'm
name,
quite
goddammit!
pleased.
As Matt painted it, Exandria is such a broad, diverse, crazy place filled with all kinds of voices from around the realm. And to populate that with voice actors who aren't just the main 8 cast members of Critical Role was always a big goal of ours, to make this world feel expansive and real.
That's what you do. That's what
This
you
show
do with
is
most
a great
things.
big
If you have
stew
different, if you have people from different places, you
unbelievable
have to
casting
cast
choices
different type of
and
voices.
people that you have been waiting for and knew were going to be part of it.
We are blessed with choice when it comes to extremely talented people that happen to be friends of ours. And so there have been opportunities in the series to have people like Kari Payton.
Not unfamiliar to Critical Role fans for his portrayal as
Yo.
Shasta or in Undeadwood. Sovereign Uriel is a huge part, which meant that we needed a huge voice. Kari Payton was someone
That's
that we turned
where
to
I
for
know
that,
his-
and he
oh,
delivered
shit.
instantly. He has a level of regality to his voice that you just can't
Damn.
ignore.
He just brings so much weight and integrity to Uriel and gives it even more character than I would have imagined.
We're trying with some of the casting to make sure that everybody you want to hear who's been a part of the family sneaks in there every
Oh,
now
shit, I
and
can't see
then.
my mouth.
Felicia Day is a perfect example of someone you will hear rattling around Tal'Dorei.
There we
You'll
go.
hear her doing her level best to defend Amon against its
Oh,
enemies in a
shit.
few
I
of
was
the
like, is
early
that
episodes.
For him on as one.
We would not be here without Felicia Day. She took
Honestly.
chance on us, she saw the possibility, and we knew that we wanted to use her.
Her
We also have
character, she
people that we
also
have
plays
known
in the
and loved,
campaign, is
such as
very
Bobby
funny.
Hall.
I love her
Okay,
character.
we'll take you in. But the bear waits outside.
Good old Bobby Hall got to play some guards in some of the earlier episodes.
He blew us away. He was phenomenal.
Also stepping up for a character favorite from the Vox Machina
Keyleth?
campaign is Eugene Bird as Jarrett. Jarrett got a new role in this show. He is now a
Fuck yeah.
captain of the Arms of Amon in the animated series.
He
I think
looks
Jared
so
is one of the coolest
good.
characters in the campaign.
Jared is the kind of guy that you need to prove it to him. You need to prove it to him more than a few times.
Eugene is like such a
Laura
wonderful
fucking
human being
Bailey,
and such
I
a
love
wonderful
her.
person. He was in Gears of War with me, and I was so excited when he was cast.
General Krieg is a character from our early home game days that some fans may not be super familiar
I was
with,
told.
but he did reside on the Council of Taldore, and we had to turn to a big voice for his character.
Hello, my name is David Tennant, and I'm playing...
I was told about this ahead of time, that that this motherfucker was joining, and I did not believe them for a goddamn second. Until I heard a clip of his voice. Or when I watched the episode today, I was like, that is David motherfucking Tennant. It's snowing! Completely irrelevant news. It is currently snowing outside. My urge to go run outside is ridiculous because it started and it stopped, and apparently it started snowing again. If you hear my door slam and you hear like the rattling of keys, I'm outside.
General Krieg.
But, oh my god, I did not know that.
David Tennant's in our show? What?
I know he can voice act because he's been in other
bring
things,
an NPC
but
like
holy
Krieg
shit.
to life, a pre-stream NPC. So he really is the one that brings it to life for the community.
Yeah, I
as
was
well
about to be like, I have no idea who the fuck this character
you
is.
made it out alive.
He was so excited to be part of this project because he had seen the path that it took.
I think it's fantastic. I think this is how all shows should be pitched. They should all start in somebody's front room and end up on television. Why not?
Knowing what that character is going to be required to do, David was fantastic to work with.
We've also had guest appearances by Tony Hale.
Of Veep fame is our Fence. He transformed into this slimy, scheming Fence so brilliantly.
Playing the head cleric is Anjali Bhimani. Her dulcet tones matched perfectly with the character.
It's
Don't
the
want to forget
beloved
Cassandra
Symmetra.
DeRollo, sister of Percy, played by Esme Creed Miles. The Tavern Keeper, which was a fan creator of Percy.
Her hair is short! Her hair is short! Okay, well this is technically a spoiler for the campaign, but Cassie DeRollo was technically supposed to be like dead. Her brother Percy doesn't know that she's alive. And a lot of people thought she had like longer hair. And I didn't see this because I was so focused on Esme's picture because I think she's a gorgeous actress. But I did not think she had short hair. I also thought she dressed a lot differently. This might be when she's older.
Played by Esme Creed Miles. The Tavern Keeper, which was a fan-created character, voiced by Mason Alexander Park, who was incredible. They knocked it out of the booth. The Goddess...
Did I just hear they? Repeat that. Repeat that.
Miles. The Tavern Keeper, which was a fan-created character, voiced by Mason Alexander Park, who was incredible. They knocked it out of the booth. The goddess voice of the Everlight is Tracy Toms. Incredible voice, incredible performer.
Oh my god, he has
and One Punch Man is Tracy Toms. Incredible.
He has the There's Corpse's song in the background. Oh my god, he has the two. He has not liquor container.
Incredible voice,
from
incredible
Campaign 2.
performer.
And One Punch Man himself, Max Middleman, as Desmond, the coachman for the devious Briarwoods.
Bryn, who is a brand new character to the series, is voiced by Stacey Raymond. Also in the Whitestone crew as Keeper Yenin, we have Gina Torres.
Your first take of her is really someone of great calm and spirituality.
They got so many people.
But she has a much greater agenda. She also has a couple of tricks up her sleeve, which make her a badass.
When it came to the character of Archibald Desney, we made some changes to the character.
I should probably preface this. If you are going to watch this campaign, they cut the entire first act out because they had a person on the cast who just wasn't a good guy. It was revealed a bunch of stuff, so he left. So they are completely cutting out the first act they have, which was an Underdark series where they basically were just in a dwarf's mine looking for some creepy ass thing, and they had a bunch of other people join them, like parties and stuff, but again, he was there, so if you don't so they're going right into the Briarwoods arc. So if you're very confused, yeah, it's a lot. I've passed this arc
Overall, and also wanted to push this young rebel leader with a voice print that we thought would do it justice.
Who is it?
We're big fantasy fans, so again, in Shooting for the Moon, we reached out to Dominic Monaghan, and he said yes.
Archibald is a kind of buccaneering, swarthy man of short stature. He tends to let his fists and his axe do the talking.
He just sounds like such a badass dwarf.
Then we need to make our next move count.
23.
Every able-bodied fighter in Whitestone.
But we have a hobbit on our show. It's amazing.
Also, Stephen Root. We are huge fans of his, from everything from Office Space to Barry. The way that he chews and works with his words gave a whole new shape to the character of Anders.
Tick-tock, tick-tock, you're wasting time.
Vedmeyer also cuts an extremely intimidating profile,
my voice is
and we knew with a half-giant of his size, we needed a voice to match it. You can't go wrong with Rory McCann, the Hound from Game of Thrones.
What the
Dr.
fuck?
Anna Ripley is another one of the Briarwood henchmen that we knew we needed to bring to life. And Kelly Hu does an incredible job of that.
Don't play dumb. It won't end well for you.
God, Kelly is a villain.
Listen. When I say I simp for villains, she's not one of them. But with that voice, ma'am! Oh, what the hell just happened?
It's a really, really sharp
But, ma'am, you can do some things to me.
performance.
So two of the NPCs that obviously jumped to our mind in the beginning was Lady Allura Vysoren and obviously Lady Kima of Vord. Big shoes, big characters.
Oh yeah,
beloved
absolutely.
by
Everyone
all.
loves them.
And we quickly turned to an angelic voice from Game of Thrones in Dira Varma for Lady Allura Vysoren.
She has this grace and this prim quality.
Hey fucking yo! Hey yo! Bro, I loved her in Game of Thrones. Yes, I watched Game of Thrones. Don't question it.
To her.
I must object, Sir Finch. We don't
I was
even know
wondering why
what
I
the
knew her
creature
voice.
is. Demon? Elemental? And how do you propose we capture it?
She was able to
Spoiler alert,
deliver
it was a
this
fucking
very
dragon.
delicate, soft, but powerful dialogue.
I love you, Matt. I love your voice as Allura, but it's so amazing.
Oh yeah,
to
absolutely.
hear the woman come to life.
Listen, I will forever say this, even though I don't talk about D&D that much because I don't play it on my streams, and I honestly don't plan to do any more streams. If they do, I'm not going to stream them because scheduling conflicts, yada yada yada. Because I don't think anyone who I had that one episode are interested in playing anymore because I think we all have so different schedules. But I will have to say this, Matt is an amazing fucking DM. I'm not discrediting anyone else, I'm just saying he's an incredible person and I'm thankful for all the people inspired, including myself, to play and to DM. And as well, I might have stolen some of your shit. Yeah, it's just very interesting to see this, and I think this was also one of the reasons I first wanted to start voice acting. Even though it's insanely ridiculous to do this where I live so far away from California, that's probably never going to be a thing, but we will see. Let's continue on.
And then her partner in crime, Kima of Vord, played by the incredibly fun...
Ma'am! Ma'am! Oh, and there's an ambulance. Oh, shit. Sorry, the ambulance is currently outside oh my god, I can't speak all of a sudden. There's an ambulance currently outside the second dormitory. But we're fine. But you got Rosa! You got Rosa? Listen, I loved her in Encanto, but holy shit.
Stephanie Beatriz.
She has just the perfect cadence and the perfect deadpan delivery.
Yes,
and just
she
nails
does.
it with her total disdain for the entire group of Vox Machina.
She's large and in charge, even though she's under 4 feet tall.
Stephanie is a fantastic
She's a
badass
dwarf,
of
so
the
they're really
utmost
tiny.
variety.
Playing a badass is an internal thing. It is about the space that you've decided that you take up. It isn't about how small or big you are.
She just got it immediately and sounds exactly like I pictured Kima sounding.
While I miss Matt as Lady Kima, I'm pretty happy with who we got.
Honestly, yeah.
Another immensely talented voiceover actress, the illustrious Greg.
Okay. I knew this one too, not because anyone told me. Scratch that. I was told that she was in this. I didn't know that she was Delilah Briarwood. But if you don't know who this is the voice actress for Azula from Avatar: The Last Airbender. So, when I heard this, I instantly thought that she was going to be Ridley. I didn't think she was going to be Delilah until I watched the show and I was like, is that fucking Griffin? So, Yeah. Can you tell I know a lot of voice actors? Welcome to my weird perk I have where I can just hear a voice, and if I know the voice actor, I will call them out. You can blame Nyx for that shit, because she does it with music all the time. She even said that in the last... But also, ma'am, listen, I know you a bitch, and I know you a necromancy, I know you a necromancy user, but, hi.
Griffin, she is our...
I'm not gonna discredit the concept art, but I did not expect her to wear, like, a lot of blues. I expected her to wear, like, dark reds.
Delilah Briarwood.
Villains, I've been playing them for decades, and they're just so deliciously wonderful to play.
Yes.
Delilah is a very complicated villain.
I liken her to sort of like a big cat. I'll kill you when I'm feeling like it, but right now I'm just having fun.
She grasped so many facets of the subtlety and that brimming in...
Again, I know I keep pausing it, but I enjoy this. I enjoy just talking about this because this is something I'm passionate about. But Delilah is a very complex character. She's not doing this for any other gain. She's doing this for her husband, but as well, she's just wickedly evil. Because they murdered an entire goddamn family. And it's just so interesting. Oh my god. I love her already, but like, fuck. Hi.
Intensity and threat, while still keeping that cordial, presentery upper crust.
Yep.
She relishes in the villainous aspect, but she really gets the heart of Delilah.
She does do horrible things, but it's all in the name of love.
Yep.
So you have to root for her just a little bit.
Yep.
We also have...
Again, there is I don't know if the show will show this part, but this is like this isn't like a biggest fucking spoiler. But there is a part where they hang, like, people who look like the Vox Machina characters on the main tree that's outside that's called the Sun Tree. And they hang a child because... Oh shit, that's gonna change. Because Pike when it was first being thing wasn't there because Ashley was filming Blind Spot. But now they saw her at the party. So they're gonna hang 2 children instead. Oh, they switched out Tiberius for Pike. Gotcha. Because I was wondering who they're gonna do. Oh no, they're gonna hang Trinket. Trinket's a bear. No! No, I don't think they saw Trinket.
Of the talented Darren DePaul joining us as
the
Kieran
fuck
Stonefell.
He's grotesque, he's evil,
Shut the fuck.
he's disgusting,
Oh my god, I love these.
he is a mess. So I'm sure we're like, of course, Darren. He's disgusting, he's evil, he's a mess. We've got to make it him.
Darren is, I'm not convinced is human. He can make creatures come out of him that don't really make sense.
Nobody's going to get into that part of the basement of their voice like Darren can.
Death to the Derolers!
Yeah, again, I will say this about every single voice actor. Y'all are some talented motherfuckers. Because again, I can change my voice subtly. I can go to like a raspier version of my voice. I can go into a higher pitch, but I cannot reach into the deepest part of me and make that kind of sound. And so I am just forever impressed. Like, I don't think any amount of like editing will ever do some. Oh my god. Wait, is the snow sticking? The snow is sticking. It's sticking. Sorry, I know I keep jumping, but like, I have not seen snow in forever. That wasn't like, you can't go outside without freezing your ass off because you don't have power. But oh my god, it's sticking. Thank god I got everything I did. But like, oh my god.
There's the great joy in playing someone who just doesn't give a damn.
Yep.
Watch.
Which is why I love playing villains in D&D or like heroes that are corrupted, because it is just the goddamn best. Which is why I always say like I sympathize with some villains, because I can look at a villain and be like, I understand why the fuck you're doing this, and I shouldn't be rooting for you, but I am. Because a lot of times it's very interesting. Like in this is spoilers for anyone who because I know a bunch of my friends watch my streams but aren't subscribed because you are a bunch of pussies. I'm kidding. I love all of you. Yeah, for mine and Tommy's characters, my character, Clark, they are so tired of kind of just being forgotten. Because their story is basically that they were abandoned by their people. They're a changeling. They don't know who the hell they are. They're always like switching between like different like people, changing everything about them to like fit into society as a changeling. And they're almost just tired of being like a no one in history, which is even enough that like they call themselves a person without history. So they just want to be written down in history. While you look at Tommy's character, Dorian, he was betrayed so many times by different people he thought he can trust enough that he has like very few allies. So now seeing that they both have an opportunity to defile a Mad Queen, they're gonna take that opportunity. I'm not gonna say anything less, but we do light an orphanage on fire. Well, we plan to, and our DM has like told us it's gonna happen off. Like, it's gonna happen not while we're there, but it's going to be very interesting seeing how like all of the dynamics are gonna shift. I'm sorry.
Watching this universe come to life, it's bigger and more complex than I even imagined.
These are adult stories, adult themes, and because it's animated, it means that you can do so much more.
Anything that you can think of, anything that you can dream of, that can be brought to life in the world of animation.
Who would have thought that we would get to tell these stories in this medium, and people aren't ready for how vibrant and exciting it looks.
It's very like those cartoons that you watched as a kid. It kind of reeks of nostalgia, but with swear words. And what could be better?
Yep.
It feels like our little group is just starting to expand and grow.
For many, many years, this was truly a world that only existed in a handful of people's imagination.
It feels like these...
I love how I can also, I'm gonna go back a little bit. I love how I can tell what campaign they're in because how they're sitting. Like, this is Vox Machina because Laura is sitting next to Liam and like they're up top.
Only existed.
While this is their second campaign. This is the Mighty Nine, and it's because Laura is moved down. Marisha is sitting next to Liam. Laura is sitting next to Taliesin, and then Ashley is kind of across. And I know like recently, yeah, they didn't post one yesterday. Ironically, funny enough, the reason I don't stream on Thursday is because I usually have my campaign that I DM for, and as well as Critical Role comes out. Sorry. But it's also very interesting because now Liam comes down here. I'm pretty sure Ashley is up here, and also they have I almost call him Dorian.
Handful of people's imagination.
It feels like these characters that we have lived with for years now have been given new life.
The fact that there are all these critters who are invested in this
Hi.
means that, fuck, it needs to be seen, it needs to be made.
This is because of you, and it almost brings tears to my eyes.
Holy shit, it's Mary! For also people who don't know, Mary plays Zara, a tiefling in this campaign as well. And I think if they're going to continue on with this, she will be in season 2. Because if I'm correct, if I'm gonna speculate this, if they are going to have a season 2, it is going to be on the next arc, which involves some motherfucking dragons. And so Mary's character, Zara, actually comes back in with another character. But it's so interesting. I love how she's the voice director.
As it's kind of an amazing thing.
Indulge and engage with this moment that you helped create, because without you, it would not have been.
Knowing that the Legend of Vox Machina was creator made from top to bottom, there's a certain magic to that.
I know I keep pausing it, but again, this is my own viewing. I don't give a shit. I'm not doing this for like the runtime. And again, most of this is not going to be like cut in because it's not like this is literally going to become a YouTube video. I think it's just incredibly interesting. Seeing how this was honestly just for Liam for like a birthday gift. This is supposed to be a one shot, which is basically a campaign that is only one session for those who don't know. Again, if we do want me to do like more like D&D things where I just talk about D&D for an hour or 2 hours, I will fucking do it because I'm so passionate about this. But I think it is incredibly interesting seeing how these are just a bunch of voice actors that are friends that decided to do this for someone's birthday, and it became this. It's very interesting.
That I don't think you can get anywhere else.
People say stuff like, this is your world, you created this stuff. Like, I, to a degree, helped to facet it, but I am one of many storytellers in this. Me and all the players at the table, and the community that watch this, and all. I am one of many storytellers.
Sorry, I'm going back for like one thing. Okay, I was wondering, I was like, I see Mary and I see this table, which is the table I think they play at. I'm not 100% sure.
All the players at the table,
Jesus.
and the community that watch this, and all these artists, developers, and designers. This is a continued expansion of that collaboration, and collaboration is key. This isn't my world anymore. This is our world.
New series, January 28th, which actually came out today.